Hi, Pisces. This is your April monthly reading. So, this will be from April 1st to April 30th, 2020. For those of you who are new to my channel or you're just visiting, welcome to Amani's Lightwork. Okay. I know that a lot has been going on in the news, etc. So, do the best that you can to stay grounded during this time. Okay. Before I begin with your reading, I just want to say if you do need any ideas in terms of home remedies, or if you would just like general help with anything during this time, or if you would like a personalized reading, etc., for your own situation, you know where to find me. Okay, my Instagram is Amani Ife 777, and my email is ifedivination777 at gmail.com. Okay, so this will be just a general. Remember, I always make sure that I reiterate this information to you. This is a general reading. I always advise people who are viewing my videos to, if they do listen to the general readings, just always remind yourself that the messages that I receive are quite broad. So if you need something, like I just said, if you need something personalized, you know where to find me. Okay, so let's see what energies are coming through for you for April. Right. There's this idea of, I'm kind of getting, what do you call that? You know, when somebody says there's it's almost like you're telling someone not to do this. There's a don't smoke in here kind of situation. So, but I get an Aquarian, so you could be telling an Aquarian energy, don't smoke in here. I also get pack, don't smoke in here, and it could be a smoking. It could be like a pack of cigarettes. It could be or the analogy is coming through. You telling someone, you can't smoke in here. There's children in here, or it's also not a good time. So when I say that, it's also not a good time. So there's like three different scenarios going on here. So either I was getting Aquarian, but it could be any other zodiac sign that you're tied to, that you could be having this kind of interaction with them. The first thing is telling someone that, okay, you can't smoke in here. There's children here. I don't want to smell it. I don't want to this, that, and the third. This isn't the right time for you to be smoking in this kind of setting. There's also a situation of packing. I was getting packed, but they need to. So when I said packing, somebody needs to pack. Someone could be moving, but making them move. Someone could be moving. You could also be making somebody move. So this could be an office setting. This could be I get an in-home business also. This could be an office setting. This could also be an in-home business. So either you run this, or an Aquarian energy runs it, or you may have helped them run it. Vice versa. It just depends on what's going on. But I get this idea of needing to pack, or something's also going on. But that's the reason. So right when I was about to say about the smoking and not being able to smoke in a particular area, that could be the reason why you're telling someone not to come by. That could be the reason why you're telling someone not to come by somewhere also. So this could be your home. You may live really separate from the Aquarian, so you could be telling them, okay, I don't feel comfortable. I don't feel comfortable with you coming here at this time. I know you're gonna smoke if you come over here. I know you're going to. You could be staying with them. They may be in an office setting with you. You're telling them that they need to pack and find a new office or a home to go to. So it just depends on the energy that's coming through. Okay, I don't want to spend too much time with the forward channeling. Okay. Okay, Pisces. So the Three of Wands energy, but Aries acts. So the Three of Wands energy is underneath because whatever is going on in the beginning. But tell Aquarian not to come. So what I said was whatever's going on in the beginning, and Aries, whichever fire sign, it could be Aries. I was picking up Aries first. When I get a sign coming through heavily first, you're directly interacting with that person. You could be dealing with Leos. You could be dealing with, but don't like Aquarian. You could be dealing with Leos, and Sag, for some reason they may not like an Aquarian energy. But there's also this element of an Aries element telling you to not let the come by, to not let the Aquarian energy come by. But why are they that way? So the Three of Wands energy underneath. Why is the Aries that way? Why do they have? I thought they liked Aquarian. So I said, why is the Aries element that way? You may have been thinking that they like the Aquarian, or this could be you. From the beginning, your interaction with the Aquarian could be something that the fire sign energy observed. Or I understand if you have that kind of feeling, make an Aries do something. If you have that kind of interesting feeling with the Aquarian, you could be ordering or making the Aries element do something, and making them do something, something implies that whatever kind of interaction you're trying to avoid having with the Aquarian, you're using the fire sign energy to take care of that for you. And one reason for it is because you may not want to. I also get diverge argument. You may be trying to diverge away from a potential argument with the Aquarian, or that could be the same kind of situation with the smoking and the packing and the moving and this, that, and the third. That could be a feeling that you have with the fire signs, and you could be going through the Aquarian energy to tell the fire sign energies that, or something could be going on with you with those same behaviors. Use Aquarian. Something could be going on with you with those kind of behaviors, and the fire sign energies may have used the Aquarian, or they could be going through the Aquarian to give you those instructions. Okay. So it could be business, it could be like a regular home environment. It just depends on where you are, what you're dealing with. Okay. So the Page of Swords energy is in the starting point, but I need to move, or that's what the Aries said. So you needing to move, you needed to leave, or temporarily, or whatever it is. But getting thrown, something could be going on here. There doesn't have to be anything extreme. Someone could be, I almost said thrown out. I don't know if you're trying to throw out somebody necessarily. I mean, those kind of interactions. It's Page of Swords, so you could be on the outside looking into. That's what happened, Gemini. You could be on the outside looking into that. Something like that keeps happening to a Gemini, Aquarians. I don't know if this could also be a situation that you have going on with Libras that are younger than you. It's a Page of Swords element there, but would rather them be somewhere. So if you're dealing with a younger Libra, for some reason you would rather a Libra than Aquarian. You would rather a younger Libra be somewhere than an Aquarian, or something is going on with a Gemini. Happens to them all the time. Something happens to a Gemini energy all the time. So whatever it is with the Aries, something happens to the Gemini energy with the Aries element all the time. And the same instructions, Gemini, the same instructions that the fire sign energies are giving you for the Aquarian, that something there also happens between the Aries and the Gemini. Something happens there between Aries and Libra. Something happens there all the time with Aries and Aquarian, but they won't leave. Something happens with Aries and Aquarian energies all the time, but someone won't leave. Someone won't leave. So either the air sign element won't leave. The air sign element won't leave, but that's what Aries, every time I say that, that's what Aries said. So there's a lot of information that's coming through. So what's happening? I understand wanting them to leave. I understand that something is going on with you where you may want one of the air sign elements to leave, or one of the fire sign elements does, and they're using you to tell. They're trying to use you they're trying to use you to tell the air sign elements. Can't see them. The fire sign is trying to use you to tell the younger air sign elements. I can't be with you. I can't be with you. I can't see you at this particular time. But don't understand. So I'm looking at the Page of Swords, and they may not understand. One of the air sign elements, particularly Aquarian, particularly the Aquarian energy, may not understand. The Libra okay with it. So a Libra may be okay with something that's happening there, or it's a Gemini energy doesn't see something. It's a Gemini energy that doesn't see that a fire sign energy doesn't want them somewhere at a particular time. A Gemini energy doesn't want. Okay, no, a fire sign energy, like if it's Aries, whichever fire sign, they don't want a Gemini in some type of environment at a particular time. And I do feel like if it's not only the Gemini, I do feel like something like that could be happening to, something like that happens to the Aquarian, and something like that happens to the Libra. But I do feel that the Libra doesn't mind orders from Aries. A Libra doesn't mind taking some type of order or instruction from an Aries element, or whichever fire sign. They don't mind taking those orders. It's the Aquarian energy that may be a little rebellious. It's a Gemini energy that may not Aries doesn't like. It's a it's a Gemini energy that doesn't realize that Aries doesn't like that. So the kind of interactions, your placement, the kind of interactions that you're having between fire signs and younger air sign elements, don't you may not want to be in, you may not want to be in something that the fire sign energies are orchestrating for you to do. So one element about it is that you may not understand why Aries and or Leo and whatever fire sign energy the Aries is coming through heavily. You may not understand why they can't just do. I also get cover. Why they can't cover you. Why they can't cover something for you. Or you don't understand why they can't. Why they can't give somebody some type of instruction on their own. And the Page of Swords energy doesn't only have to be younger air sign. It could be research. You could be researching or trying to figure out why. I keep getting Aries. If you're trying to figure out why Aries won't do something on their own. Leos and Sag. Why they with someone. So I said Leos and Sag. Why they with younger air sign. Why they interact with younger air sign. Whatever it is. Or that's the same thought that you have between Aries. That's the same thought that you have between Aries and younger air sign elements there. So I understand what's happening. This is a situation, if this is like an office setting, if this is an office setting, somebody, the fire sign energies that you're collabing with, that you work with here, I'll go with this as an office setting first. I keep getting this idea, they don't want to see Aquarian. They don't want to deal with Gemini. They don't, the Libra may not care, and the Libra may be leaving. The Libra may not care, but they also may be leaving. But there's this, there's this element being asked too many times to do something. There's this element of you being asked too many times to do something for the fire sign energies, particularly. So whatever is happening with the fire sign, the air sign element, because they're aware, whatever is happening that the fire sign energies asking you to do before the on the air sign element, the air sign elements also come to you and explain that I have the same kind of issue. Want them to leave. I have the same kind of issue with Aries and Leo and Sag, whatever fire. I have the same kind of issue undercover. I have the same kind of undercover issue with them, and I don't want to see them somewhere either. So it's pretty much like a back and forth feeling between how the fire sign energies feel about air signs, or how the air sign, they both don't like each other. How the air signs, how back and forth situation between how the air signs feel about fire signs, vice versa. But it's how these elements secretively feel about each other, but they have you in the middle of it to tell the other, I don't want to see him or her here at this particular time. I want them to leave early, or whatever it is. And some of the air sign elements care or they don't care. It just depends on what's going on. Okay, and that could just, Page of Swords, that could just be what you're trying to figure out. Why won't the fire sign lay down law? Why won't the fire sign energies just lay down the law into what they want to see, what they don't want to see? But sometimes a waste of time. So when I said that, also something could be a waste of time with their, and how they feel about the air signs, what they're making you do. Something is a waste of time into what the fire sign energies are making you do, or the air sign making you do the same thing. The air sign elements are making you do the same thing in whatever it is issue that they have going on secretive with the fire sign energy. That's a lot. The Five of Pentacles energy is in the waiting position, but their money. So something could be going on with the fire sign energy's money. So the air sign acts for it. So the Five of Pentacles in the waiting position, one of the air sign elements, however many of the air sign elements, but that's why Gemini isn't somewhere. So the Five of Pentacles in the waiting position, a Gemini energy may not be somewhere, but keeps asking for money. The Gemini energy may be asking for money all the time, and it could be them. It could be the Gemini that acts. Okay, it could be the Gemini or the Aquarian, whatever air sign that gives fire sign money. The Aquarian energy gives fire sign energy money. They give the fire sign energy something, but it's the Gemini energy picking up cues. It's Gemini energy that's picking up the cues into some type of interesting interaction that their boss, into some type of interesting interaction that you've been having with the Gemini energy's boss, with the Gemini energy's friends, whatever the setting is that it's happening whatever the setting is that is happening here with the air sign and the fire signs have their money. The fire sign energies do have their money, but generously give, the fire sign energies may generously give air sign money, and that could be why they don't want to see. That could also be why they don't want to see the air sign element somewhere at a particular time, but where a portion of money is going flowing also. So they don't want whichever air sign, the fire sign energies don't want the air sign elements to be, and so that's why I said not wanting somebody to be somewhere at a particular time, or trying to get somebody to pack up and leave that has their funds. Trying to get someone to pack up and leave, it has something to do with the fire sign energies having a part of your funds. It has something to do with the fire sign energies having a part of your funds. So Page of Swords could just be you. You don't why Aries has. You don't understand why Aries has a part of your funds. Leo and Sag, why they disperse. Why Leo and Sag disperse. Aries disperse. That's why the Five of Pentacles energies here, because something interesting could be going on with your money. But I also get a fax. Something could be going on with your money, and I also get a fax, or something's going on with the fire sign. Same kind of interaction, the same type of situation that you have going on between your own personal issue and the fire signs. The air sign elements have that same kind of interaction or feeling or issue with the fire sign energies there. That's why they're being asked to leave. So when I said that could be why the air sign elements are being asked to leave. But the Aquarian willingly gives. The Aquarian energy willingly gives, and that could be what they don't. That could also be them willingly giving the fire sign energy some treatment. They may not understand some type of treatment. Why the Aquarian energy may be finding out that you've been pulled aside by Aries and Leos and Sag. I don't want to see Aquarian, but they willingly give. They willingly give money, but the fire sign being rude. The fire sign energy may be being rude to the air sign, whichever Geminis, and Libra not caring, and Aquarian energy rebellious. Aquarian is rebellious because why they're not somewhere. They're starting to realize why they're not somewhere. You're starting to realize why out the office. You're starting to realize why you're out the office. Air sign, why they were asked to leave. Air sign starting to realize why they were asked to leave office, or whatever kind of environment, home environment, workplace environment, because it has to do with their money being stolen, your money being taken, dispersed, whatever the situation is there. But I also get a trial. So when I ran through all that, something could be going on there with a trial, like in court, but they need to go to court. So I'm looking at the air sign. The air sign element, do you need to go to court? That could be at the end of the month. You may need to go to court. This is a Five of Pentacles. So the Five of Pentacles could be May. The 5 represents May, but I also get Aquarian. It's telling me, when I said May, something could be going on with the Aquarian energy in court in May, or whichever, or Geminis, whatever air sign, they may need to go to court, need to see them in court. They need to be seen in court, or they need to court order. They may be getting a court order to go to court for their finances, their money that was taken or stolen. But they willingly gave. What's happening here, what I was getting earlier on in the reading, someone doesn't realize that misuse. Someone doesn't realize that a part of their funds is being misused. You don't realize a part of your funds are being misused by fire sign and air sign elements there. Or the air sign element really doesn't see. The air sign element, the spirit said really doesn't see. So something they really don't see. So, okay. So something that they think, okay, I understand. Something that they think that they're scoping. Something that they think that they're scoping out. It's something that they think that they think they have all the information for. So something that they're scoping out, the air sign element, they think that they have all the information for. Gemini think they have all the information for. Or Aquarian, whatever air sign, they think they have all the they don't have it. They think they have all the information for some type of scoping and investigations and things that they're doing, but they really don't have all the information, but part of their money. They really don't have all the information. They really don't have it because it has something to do a payment. It has something to do with a payment that they gave someone. It has a transaction. Yes, that would be considered a transaction, but that's why they need to go to court. So something happened with a transaction with the air sign, and that could be what they're telling you. That's why I need to go to court. You know what I mean? But at the same time, they don't have reason. At the same time, they don't have all the information into the reason into why they need to go to court, or just being told that, okay, I understand what's happening. Someone could be getting told that appear in court. Someone could be getting told that they need to appear in court for their money, or for whatever reason, but Aries money. Something's going on with the fire sign energy's money. I'm trying to understand this. There's a lot of stuff going on here. Okay, let me just run through this one more time because I was kind of distracted. Oh, the fire sign energies, they need to go to court. The fire sign energies need to go to court for whatever reason. It could have something to do with money or rent or mortgage, whatever the reason, some type of payment, that back payment, whatever it is, they need to go to court for. But what's happening, require Aquarian. What's happening is that whichever one of the fire sign, or a lawyer, somebody could be trying to go visit a lawyer, an accountant, whatever it is. But what's happening, don't realize something is going on with, okay, Oh Lord have mercy, a lot of information. Okay, the fire sign, let me just go back. Let me just take my time as best as I possibly can. The fire sign energies need to go to court, but it's what they're using. So the spirit's trying to help me. It's the fire sign energies are trying to go to court. But the reason why they need to go to court, they require their information. They require the air sign element's information, but it doesn't see the air sign element may not see that the fire sign energy requires their information. Do they require your information? I don't see. The fire sign energy may require your information, but something about that you may not see, or payment. They require you to give in a payment. They require the air sign element will already give a payment. They require the air sign element to give a payment, but didn't really need to give the payment. They require the air sign element to give them a payment, but they don't really. Okay, the air sign element doesn't really need to give a payment. That's what the court visitation is for. So that's what the court visit is for, and that could be Aries not saying. That could be something the Aries isn't telling Aquarians and Geminis, whatever air sign. That's something the fire sign energies aren't sharing, particularly Aquarian. They're not sharing that particularly with the Aquarian. They're not sharing that with you. Why do you need my payment? You already took theirs. Why do you already need my payment? You already took air sign payment. Or the air sign, that same question. The air sign element is coming to you and saying, why do I need pay? Why do I need to pay something? Why do I need to? Why do I even need to go to court? Why are they asking me? Why does the fire sign energy want you to make a payment? They just want you to make a payment. I understand. Someone wants you to do something with. Someone wants you to. It's either you or the air sign. The air sign. Okay, the air sign element being asked them. They're just being asked. It keeps saying that all the time. The air sign element. They're being asked to make a payment. They just don't need to make the payment. But the fire doesn't want to use their money. That's what I'm trying to get to. The fire sign energy doesn't want to use their own money, but they have the money, or whatever it is. They have the money. So that's why crutch on the air sign. They crutch on to the air sign. They don't want to. They don't really need. This is okay. I'll give you a perfect example. Someone doesn't really need to. I'm trying to think of an interesting example here. This could be rent, this could be mortgage, this could be, or some part of mortgage, or food, whatever, some type of supplies and things that could be, I get for office, some type of supply that's needed for office. The fire sign energies may be fully equipped to take care of the payments for whatever supplies and things are needed for our office, or that could be what you're doing research into. Like, why do you need a portion of my payment to cover the cost of these supplies? But I feel like that's what they do to the air sign. That's what they do to the air sign element all the time. And from the beginning, with the air sign element not being somewhere, from the beginning, with the air sign element being asked to not be somewhere, just not somewhere at a particular time, it's so that the fire sign energies can make a payment with their information. And that's why I said willingly gave, or the air sign element willingly gave the fire sign energies a payment that they really didn't need to make. The fire sign energies could just the fire sign energies could just cover the costs or make some type of payment on their own without the air sign element financial assistance. Or that's the same kind of situation that you deal with with the Aries and whatever fire sign. And that's what you're doing research into for yourself. So it could be supplies for our office, it could be something for our home, it could be something for a business deal. It just depends on what's going on. And that's something that's happened to you directly, or that's something that happens to the fire sign energy with the air sign elements all the time. Wow. Lord have mercy. The 0 card is here for the sign of Aries. Okay, so that's why I said Aries elements. Aries, they swindle. The Aries element swindles. They're swindling air signs. They swindle. They may be swindling you, but I get tax. They may be swindling you with some type of tax information. I was getting that you had to do faxing, but thought my information was with something, or you thought your information was getting some part of your information. You may have been thinking was getting faxed, but asked them to do. So the Aries element here in the present, you may have asked them to fax off something to you or send something out for air signs. So you asked the Aries element to send out something for you, but it has something to do with their information. It has something to do with the air sign element's information. So, but they're not gonna do something without you, or they're not gonna make some type of payment without your portion of your. Okay, they're not going to pay for something. They're not gonna do some type of transaction without your information. But I try to fax. So you could be telling telling the Aries, or it could be the air sign, whoever you're interacting with, what fire sign energy underneath. You could be trying to tell someone, I try to fax my stuff in with yours. But that's what they said. I try to fax my stuff in with yours. That's what they said. That's what the Aries element, that's what they tell the air sign. That's what the Aries element tells the air sign element all the time. That's what they tell them. So, but trying to make it seem, I understand. Somebody's trying to make it seem, okay, that's a lot. Somebody's trying to make it seem like they, okay, if this is such a, it has something to do with benefit and payments and things of that nature. So if you, I'll go with you first. You're trying to benefit. You're trying to do something with benefits and things of that nature, but you're trying to have that discussion with the fire sign. But the fire sign, I have your paper. I have your paperwork. The fire sign is trying to tell you, I have your paperwork. I have your documents, this, that, and the third. Whatever's happening with that didn't fax. So when I said they're not faxing, or they didn't fax it, so that's going to cause an issue. So when I said that, something about that may end up causing an issue. But I feel like if that's not happening to you directly, that's what they were told. That's what the air sign, the younger air sign element was told by Aries or whatever fire sign. They were told that their information was faxed off. They were told that their taxes were processed. They were just told that, whatever it is that they were told. But they don't really need the Aries, whatever fire sign. They don't really need. They require their things, but they don't want them to benefit. They require somebody's things. They require your things, but they don't want you to benefit. They don't want they don't really want the air sign element to benefit, but has enough. So someone may be deeming the air sign element to have enough. Aquarium, Gemini, whatever, to have enough money, or to have enough of something. Have enough. Somebody has enough of something. The fire sign have enough of something. Whatever it is. This is like they have having enough of something. It could be them that you realize has enough funds. It's them that they have enough benefits. They have enough, whatever it is that they're receiving, they have enough of it. Or that's the same view that the fire sign energies have with the air sign. They have enough of something. So the lie is the fire sign energy telling you, I faxed off your information with mine for benefit. They're telling you that same thing that they did with the air, they didn't really do. They're telling you the same thing they did with the air sign. They didn't really do that with the air sign. They may not giving them anything. They may just have air sign element things, not giving them, they're not trying to give them back anything. Whatever it is. Or that could be you doing that to fire sign. That could be fire sign doing that to you. You're on the outside looking in, that's fire sign element doing that to air sign. The future has the King of Pentacles. Energy is there, okay? That's a Capricorn male, Virgo, Taurus males, and they may be getting swindled as well. The spirit just said the instincts here with the Four of Cups energy. So that is your energy. That is your energy and that of other water signs. You could be dealing with other water sign energies, or I just feel like what's happening. The Four of Cups is just what's happening. You know what I mean? Four of Cups is like a social distancing card. I told some other reading. I said that in some other reading that I was doing, where I said Four of Cups is like being detached from a situation you don't have control over. Being detached from a situation you really don't have any control over with fire sign or air sign, or something that the air sign is doing with fire sign. You may not have control over. Something that the fire sign energy is doing to air sign, you don't have control over, but think you do. So when I said you think you do, you may be thinking that you have control over a situation that you're on the outside looking in, that's happening to somebody else. You think you have control over it, or somebody, you could be on the outside looking, air signs think they have control. You could be on the outside looking in, the air sign elements think they have control over something, or they think they have control, fire sign, they think they have control over fire sign. Or something that they're trying to do with fire sign, they think they're the head of. Something that they're doing with fire sign, they think they're the head of it. Whatever is happening there. And you may want to, what's really going on. That's why I said what's really happening early on reading. You may want to tell somebody what's really going on. You want to tell Aquarian, Gemini, Libra what's really going on with Aries and their things. Or Leos and Sag with their things. Their money, their time, whatever it is. Information, documents, whatever it is. Or somebody, you thinking that you have power over something. The fire sign energies, you could be, that's why I said you could be thinking that you have power over something that you have going on with fire sign. And the air sign element, reality, the air sign element may want to give you or shine the light on something that is reality, that something that's really happening, or you want to do that with them. You may want to do it subconsciously, or you want to outwardly doing. You want to outwardly do it because, like I said from the beginning, and somebody asking you to do something to get them to leave. Someone asking you to do something to get air sign elements to leave somewhere temporarily, permanently, vacations or random outings, whatever it is. Or just go down the hallway, go to another part of the house for a few minutes, whatever it is. It's like somebody thinks that that somebody, maybe you want to enlighten someone on the control they don't have. You want to enlighten someone on the control that you know they don't have, and you know that they don't have the control what you've been told. You know they don't have the control because of what you've been told by a fire sign. And it could be, or it could be a King of Pentacles that told you that. It could be a King of Pentacles that told you that. A Taurus male, Virgo male, Capricorn male could have told you that. You know, or something could be going on with them also, with the fire signs and the air signs. But make them feel like they're better than them. When I ran through all of them, the fire sign energies may make the fire sign energies may make the air sign. They may. What do you call it? They may put the air sign elements on a pedestal to make them seem like they're better than King of Pentacles, or vice versa. Or vice versa. Something is really interesting about somebody doing that. Or that could be something that happens to you. That could also be something that happens to you with this person, with the King of Pentacles energy in the future, with Aries and whatever fire sign and these air signs. Whatever it is, someone could be getting put on a pedestal doesn't deserve. Someone could be getting put on a pedestal, but they don't deserve that pedestal spot. Whatever, or they don't, or somebody just thinks that they're on a pedestal, but information being used. Someone thinks they're on a pedestal in some type of situation here, but it's like their information wrongfully, their information being used wrongfully. Air sign information being used wrongfully. Somebody information or yours, whatever it is, whatever. The Three of Cups energy is in the accomplishment right next to the Page of Swords, gossip. The Three of Cups and the Page of Swords could be gossip. You know, it's a gossiping card. It could be family gossip, workplace gossip, friend gossip, whatever it is. Favoritism. When I said friend gossip is and business deal gossip is something going on there with some type of like I just said the example, some type of favoritism that they receive. What they think they receive, they're receiving it, but it's not real. Something isn't real, fabricated. Something's fabricated about their favoritism, or something isn't real about their favoritism, or something's going on with them in reality. They're not seeing something, whatever it is. You know, or someone may be thinking that they have all the marbles in their basket. I don't know. Something's really interesting about that. You know what I mean? It's like, it's a lot to be seen in a workplace, in an office setting, and it could even be happening in a family workplaces and workplace and business deal environments and friend groups. That's where something constantly happens. Something constantly happens in friend groups with air sign, younger air signs, and King of Pentacles, and with fire sign, they govern. Fire sign energies govern something. Page of Swords think they govern something, or but they really don't govern something. Whoever it is, they govern something. But it's like somebody thinks that somebody's thinking that they're somebody's thinking that they're governing something. They're not really governing something. It's just that somebody else it's like a puppet show. Somebody is the person that thinks that they're governing something has puppet and ventriloquist doll strings attached to them. That's if you want to look at it that way. But the Three of Cups right next to the Three of Cups in the accomplishment next to the Page of Swords happens to them. That happens to the air sign. That happens to Aquarians, Geminis, and Libras. Somebody's puppeteering. Somebody is ventriloquist dolling them. Somebody has a puppet strings attached to them. Whatever, it's something that's going on with some type of reality check of a situation that's happening. That's right next to them, and you could be talking about that with whoever. You could be talking about that with King of Pentacles, but they don't understand. So you talking about that to King of Pentacles, they may not understand something. They may not understand what you're talking about, or they just don't understand whatever it is. Oh, God. The Knight of Pentacles energy is in the spiritual self. All right, Pisces. So the Knight of Pentacles could be air sign elements again. Could be accountants. Is a Knight of Pentacles. Someone that's supposed to come in with a payment. It could be the King of Pentacles energy embodying Knight of Pentacles. Somebody could be coming in your money. So this element, this that could be them or whoever. This is like somebody coming in with your money Somebody could be coming in with your loss. Someone could be coming in with your money that is lost, or somebody could be coming in with money that you lost, or you're starting to realize that you lost by making it unintentional, making like a payment for no reason. Pretty much, it has something to do with making a payment for no reason for something. You know, them making a payment for somebody making a payment for no reason for something. You know what I mean? That's why the Knight of Pentacles energy is there. But where's the rest of it? So when I said Knight of Pentacles energy in the spiritual soul, where's the rest of it? You're like, where's the rest of the payment? So that could be air sign element voice. That's why I said their information being facts, not being facts. They think they control something, not control. They're like, where's the rest of the payment? Where's the rest of my money? Where's the rest of whatever? Where's the rest of it? You're asking a fire sign. Where's the rest of it? Whatever. You're like, where's the rest of the payment? Where's the rest of something? Where's the rest of sign money? Where's the rest of whatever? Where's the rest of it? You know? Where's the rest of the money? So this is like faxing. This is like expecting something. This is like doing something for benefits or whatever. Just go with that for a second. This is like doing something for benefits, stimulus check, whatever it is that's going on, and faxing information, sending information out, whatever, applying for something, and not really reaping. So when I went through that, not really reaping the benefits off of any of those thousands of things I just named just now. Or that happens to the air sign. That could be happening to the air sign element for years. Something's going on with somebody for years and they not realizing whatever it is. But you're like, where's the rest of the money? You're asking the King of Pentacles, whatever Pentacles energy that's here, where's the rest of the money? Where's the rest of it? Where's the fire sign? Where's the rest of it? I can't pull away from there until I figure it out. Where's the rest of it? The fire sign energy may have the rest of it. You know, the fire sign energy has the rest of it. There's something about that is air sign or yours. Whoever's. Oh, the Three of Swords energy is in the mentality. And the Three of Swords energy is air sign, but they're going to be sad. So the Three of Swords and the mentality air sign element may end up being sad. Or something is sad. That's why the Four of Cups is there. This is your energy. You feel bad for them. You may feel bad for air sign. You just feel bad, period, because of what's going on. Something could be odd that's going on with King of Pentacles. Not really. Something isn't odd that's happening with them. It's the Aquarian. It's the Aquarian energies things. The air sign elements things. The air sign. It's air sign. It's the Three of Swords. They may be sad. They may be sad. You're waiting on payment. You're waiting on trying to help them. You're waiting on payments to come in. You're like, where's the rest of it? I was gonna give them back some. But the fire sign energy took all. But the fire sign energy took all of it, or what's theirs. But we're thinking they were governing something. So every time I look at the air, every time I say that, they were thinking they were governing. Them thinking that they govern something really heavily is that they thought that they were gonna receive a larger amount of pay. Some type of payout of some kind. They may have been thinking that they were going to receive a larger amount of money than someone else. Than you, than fire sign, or that was promised to them by fire sign. Or somebody has enough money, they don't really need to do something with benefits, whatever it is. That could be something that a lawyer or accountant or somebody in a court setting is trying to say. Or that you're realizing that at the end of the month something that someone doesn't realize now, they're going to realize by the end of the month, and the reason into why they need to go to court or a lawyer or see somebody to figure out what is really happening. Somebody maybe calculating some type of percentage of pay in their head. It's like something is missing, and that could be you doing that or the air sign. Or it could be the King of Pentacles energy is financially stable because of fire sign or whoever. That's why they're in the future. And it could be them that needs to bring back the air sign portion. It could be them that just need to bring back your portion. Bring back air sign element. Bring back air sign element portion. But it was given to them. Well, it was given to them by the fire sign. Or whoever. The Hangman energy is in a changing position. So, look how short this video is. The Hangman energy is in a changing position situation. The Hangman is like this situation. It's changing because you may be trying to figure out a way to resolve it, or somebody's trying to figure out ways to resolve it. It's getting resolved. It could end up getting resolved at the end of the month. Whatever. But won't realize something until then. You may not realize something until then. Air sign may not realize something until then. Somebody may not realize something until then. or towards the end of the month somewhere, like the 20 something, or like the middle of the month, whatever it is. Somebody may not realize something until then, you know? But it can be fixed earlier. So when I said that, something could be fixed earlier. Something could be fixed earlier. You could be realizing that something could be fixed earlier. The resolution has the sign of Virgo, so this could be something that's going on with Virgos. If the Virgo is Hermit energy, the Hermit energy, what you're realizing, the Hermit energy is what you're realizing about King of Pentacles. What you're realizing, it could be something that they realize, what Virgo realized, what you're realizing about King of Pentacles could be Taurus and Capricorn male, Virgo male. What they're realizing, or what you're realizing about them, what air sign realizing about them, what did for them, what fire sign energy did for them, what fire sign energy does for them, what they're doing for them, and that's something that the air sign element is to wake up to. That's something that the air sign element is starting to wake up to. That's what you're starting to wake up to. Somebody's starting to wake up to that. It's a realization. Okay? Alright. Let's look for outcome here, Pisces. Okay, so the Nine of Wands, their defense, they make the fire sign energies may be defending what's happening. Aries is here, they may be needing to defend why they did something. They need to defend the reason into why they did something the way they did. They need to do that. They need to resolve the issue. We're making them. So them needing to resolve the issue, you may be making them resolve the issue. You're trying to make them resolve it. Because you trying to make them, someone could end up escalating here with some issue with someone in payments and benefits and money and whatever. And taxes and stimulus checks and whatever it is. So somebody is maybe like Aquarius, something could be going on there with revolting and those kind of things. Somebody trying to revolt. The Aquarian is, the air sign may end up trying to revolt. Or they do it like someone is passive, so they may be really passive with their feeling that they have, that they don't, something that they don't realize yet they're going to realize, and they could be starting to pick up the cues that they're realizing it, and they may end up being really passive with the fire sign. Or are you passive with the fire sign energy because of that? Someone may be passive with somebody all the time. All right, let me know how it resonates, Pisces. Be well. Take care. Bye.